What you're gonna learn in this video takes most real estate agents years to learn, and a lot of them never do. But if you get this down early, not only will you survive your first year in real estate, you are going to build a profitable long-term career. I have 10 points for you, 8 pages of notes. The first one I wrote down is this: not everyone you know will work with you. This is a tough one because agents naturally think that anyone they know, their friends and family, if they want to buy or sell real estate, or if they know anybody that wants to buy or sell real estate, they will automatically call you. But that doesn't happen. So what do you need to do? You need to call all of your sphere of influence, your friends and your family, on a quarterly basis and have a business conversation, a conversation about real estate. Give him a little bit of information about what's happening in the market so they're reminded that you are in real estate, and ask them for referrals. Do that every 3 months, but you can't rely on it. What you need to do is expand your audience. Obviously, the number of people you know is very small compared to the amount of people in your market that you don't know. And there are a lot of people buying and selling real estate every single day in your market. And you have to find a way to get in the middle of those transactions, or you may not be in real estate for very long. Point number 2 is don't expect your broker to give you any business. This is a huge misconception. Real estate agents, they take a while, as they should, to consider and interview different companies and different brokers. And they think that somehow the company is going to give him business and they will be okay. Well, the reality is they won't. Is it possible that you may get one transaction every who knows when from your broker and pay them a referral fee? That may happen, or it may not happen. Your broker may, some don't, give you some training in contracts and help you understand the forms and a CRM. They're not gonna help you get business. Not only they won't give you business, but they won't even train you or coach you in how to find business and build a profitable business. You are on your own when it comes to that, and you have to be very proactive in finding the right path that you want to take so you can be in this business long term and actually make a fortune, because you can. Point number 3 I wrote down: time is money. Spend it wisely. Most real estate agents start in the business and they decide to work with buyers because they think it's gonna be easy, but they don't realize that 96% of the so-called buyers that you find that walk into open houses, find you online somehow and contact you, wherever they come from, 96% are not ready, willing, and able to buy. But they are very demanding. They actually call you or send you an email or whatever. They don't even want to give you the name of their mortgage broker so you can verify that they're qualified, but they expect you to get in your car, leave your office, and meet them in front of a house and show it to them right now. They are that demanding. And you're gonna learn the hard way that you don't get paid for showing properties to buyers who are not ready, willing, and able. Here's point number 4. Inconsistency will keep you broke. I wrote it this way: this is hard for agents because you are constantly being bombarded by 50 different things you can do or you should do that will make you a fortune, that will make you rich in real estate. And because that is so appealing, new real estate agents tend to start something, try something for 2 weeks, and when they don't see results, they switch to something else. That creates chaos, not closings. So what should you do? I wrote this down. Commit to one lead generation pillar and stick to it for 12 months. Give it all you've got. Build a rhythm. Track your actions and make decisions based on results, not emotions. Speaking of choosing a pillar, here's number 5. Prospecting isn't hard. If you are coachable and you're willing to do things that others avoid, prospecting is one of the fastest and most proven ways for you to create financial freedom, especially in real estate, because one transaction will make you thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. Is it easy? No, it's not easy, but it will make you sharp, resourceful, and eventually wealthy. It's not a question of, does it work? No, it actually certainly, for sure it works, and it will work for you and make you a fortune if you're willing to learn and execute. Then I wrote down, you do have other options. You don't have to choose prospecting. But what is the return on your investment? Let me give you an example. Everything will work eventually if you continue doing it. The question is, how much time and money do I need to put into this to create a predictable result? So when you think about an open house, if you get a ready, willing, and able buyer for every 10 open houses that you do you want to do 100 open houses to get 10 qualified buyers? Absolutely not. I couldn't imagine anybody wanting to do that. If you decide to call around neighborhoods, which you absolutely should, do you want to make that your number one pillar if it takes 1,200 conversations to take a listing? Absolutely not. That sounds crazy. So instead of making cold calls or sitting on dozens or hundreds of open houses, how about making, I wrote down, hot calls? You'll set appointments and take listings exponentially faster. What am I talking about? Who are these hot calls? People who want to sell. Expired listings and for sale by owners. Let me break down for you what you can expect when you make these calls, even if you are brand new, by doing what I teach, okay? If you do what I teach, this is what you could expect. For every 50 conversations, you set one appointment. For every 2 appointments you set, you get a listing agreement signed. With a 7% pickup rate, you need 715 dials to have 50 conversations. Your goal is 10 conversations per hour. So it'll take you 5 hours to set one appointment. In 10 hours of dialing, you can take a listing. This is predictable if you do it the right way. And the only investment is your time. There is no money involved. The money is minute in comparison to anything else you can do. And the best part about this is when you follow what I teach, you'll keep getting better and better every day. And setting appointments and taking listings will take less and less time. And here's point number 6. Invest the time to master effective scripts that work. Agents don't like scripts because they want to sound natural, but winging it leads to weak conversations and lost business. What you need to do instead is practice scripts, role play daily, and critique your own calls. The more you practice and rehearse, the more confident you will be when it counts. Having a real estate license doesn't automatically make you a master of communication and influence. And communication and influence is what will make you a fortune. You have to continually practice seller interactions, conversations, and presentations, not just with one person, with different role play partners. And these role plays need to be just as tough as your real calls and your real appointments. So doing this is gonna build momentum. It's gonna build your confidence. And since you play at the level that you practice, when it's playtime, you're gonna be ready to get things done. And you can't practice like an amateur and expect to get paid as a professional. That makes sense, doesn't it? So ask your role play partners to give you honest feedback, because you don't learn when people just say, oh yeah, that was great. And you know it was, and it was horrible. And you get on the phone with a real seller and you say the same thing and they hang up on you immediately. Honest feedback, that's how you learn. So I suggest that you create a role play group. Find 10 agents. And then you can rotate. They could be anywhere. They don't need to be in your market, in your office. They could be anywhere in the country. And you alternate partners every day of the week. So you're learning and being challenged by different people. And make sure that you only practice with agents that are using the same scripts that you are using. I recommend mine because they actually work and you'll set a lot of appointments. Because if you're role playing with agents that are using different scripts, it's only going to create confusion and you're not going to get better. Now, even the best scripts and strategies are not going to help you if your bank account is empty and you're operating from a place of panic and desperation. So point number 7 I wrote down, when you are a new agent, you need a financial buffer. Most agents don't realize that they're not going to close a deal for 3 to 6 months, at least 3 months. And without backup funds, desperation takes over very quickly. Agents struggle because commissions are unpredictable at first, so you need to plan accordingly. In the beginning, you don't have a pipeline of deals that are closing, which creates cash flow problems and it makes it difficult for you to stay in business. So what should you do? Save up 6 months of living expenses, because when you are prepared and you have a buffer, you can immediately start to focus on building a pipeline of listings that will create cash flow that will never stop, as long as you keep doing it consistently. And that is very exciting. Point number 8, you need to have a why to succeed in this business. What is a why? It's a goal. It's something that you're looking to achieve. And it doesn't matter what it is, and it doesn't matter what anyone thinks about it. It has to be something that is important to you. Something that's going to get you out of bed early in the morning. And you're going to be excited to do whatever you have to do that day to achieve your goals. If you don't have a strong why, what Napoleon Hill calls a burning desire in his great book, Think and Grow Rich, you're not going to survive long term. You may be able to motivate yourself temporarily to do what you're supposed to do, but to maintain consistency, you have to be really clear on what you're doing this for. Then I wrote down point number 9. Accumulating leads will keep you broke. You need to understand from day one, despite what everyone out there tells you, that 70% of business comes from lead follow-up. That is a lie. If you're going to prospect, you need to focus on setting appointments, having hundreds of leads, sometimes thousands of leads. I have coached real estate agents, because I've been coaching for like 16 years now. Agents that have hundreds, some even thousands of leads, and they have very little or no business. What is going on? They're just, see, the more leads you have, the worse it gets, because how do you even know when you have hundreds of leads which one of those is actually gonna buy or sell real estate today or this week? You don't. The highly motivated sellers are gonna get lost in the shuffle. Be very clear from day one. You prospect for appointments, and your mindset is that you can set an appointment with everyone that you speak with, because ultimately you get what you expect. And if you are expecting leads, which unfortunately most coaches and brokers out there tell you, you got to follow up on your leads, you're going to be expecting that, and then you're going to be in an ever-ending cycle of accumulating leads and not making enough money. And here's point number 10. You're starting a business. You're not just selling houses. And this is really hard, because real estate school doesn't teach you business. It doesn't teach you prospecting. It doesn't teach you anything about cash flow. So most agents operate like freelancers, and actually they should be acting like CEOs, because you are an entrepreneur and you own this business. So here's what you need to do. I wrote down 7 things for you. Number 1, treat your commission checks like business revenue, not personal income. Number 2, track all of your expenses. Number 3, follow a daily schedule as if you had a real job. Number 4, do a monthly, quarterly, and annual audit on your business. Number 5, plan every quarter like a business owner would. Speak with an accountant to guide you on when you should open an LLC or an S corporation, so you can take advantage of significant tax benefits. And number 7, hire a coach and model after proven results. The mindset shift from being a real estate agent to being a business owner can change everything for you. Check out this video on the screen where I give you my best advice after 29 years in real estate, so you can continue to build a profitable long-term career.